Hi guys, it's so hard to believe that it's almost the end of the year. So our writing for this week and next week is that we are going to be making a kindergarten memory book. So we're going to be writing about things that we've done in kindergarten, and we're going to be drawing illustrations to go with those things. Now, if you can see at the top of the page, I wrote a letter. So I wrote A. Oh, that one looks like a 9. Oh, Mrs. Carmen needs to practice writing again. B, and C. So those are the 3 pages that you're going to need for this week. Next week we have D, E, and F. 3 this week and 3 next week. And we're going to be writing about some of our favorite things. It's crazy to think that you guys are almost first graders. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to look at this paper. And this one looks pretty easy, doesn't it? Because it says My Kindergarten Memory Book by, and you have one thing to fill out. It is our favorite thing to put on our papers, and that is our name. Awesome. So I'm going to write my name on my paper, because that way I know whose memory book it is. This is Carmody. And that is page 1 of your memory book. Well, this is really our title page, but it's page A. Now on to our page 1, and it says all about me. So we're going to write, and then I'll let you draw your picture. So it says I am. And on this line, you're going to write your name. So that way you know that this paper is about you and not Sam or Billy or somebody else that we don't know, because we wanted to know about what your favorite things of kindergarten are. So you write I am, and you'll write your name. And remember that we're binging our pencils and that we are making sure our uppercase letters go from the strawberry line, to the chocolate line, and that our lowercase letters that aren't tall ones go from our vanilla line to our chocolate line. No, excuse me. All right. So the next one says, I am blank years old. So in kindergarten, you are either going to write, I am 5 years old, or I am 6. So you're going to write, I'll write both so you can see. 5, if you're 5, or if you are 6, then you are going to write 6. So it just depends upon what your age is right now, what you're going to write there. All right, then it says, my favorite color is. So you're going to pick what your favorite color is. My favorite color is, oh my goodness, Mrs. Carmody, what were you thinking? I just noticed something that I forgot. Oh, this is where having you all with me would be helpful, because I'm sure you would have noticed. I wrote my first sentence and I forgot something, didn't I? Let's look at it again. See if you can tell me what Mrs. Carmody forgot. I am Mrs. Carmody. I forgot something. All right, so are we going to write a question mark, a period, or an exclamation point? So let me read it if we were to write a question mark. I am Mrs. Carmody. Let's think. Am I Mrs. Carmody? Yes. Do I know Mrs. Carmody? Yes, I do. So it's not a question. Am I excited? I am Mrs. Carmody. You could be excited, yes. Or you could just say it as like you're just telling somebody, I am Mrs. Carmody. So I'm excited. So I'm going to use an exclamation point. Oh my goodness. All right. And then it says, my favorite color is teal. And now that I caught on that I forgot, I'm paying closer attention this time. I'm going to use a period. So at the end of my sentence, I'm going to put my period. All right. Now I have, I like to. you're gonna think of something that you really like to do in kindergarten, like as over the year. This doesn't have to be something you did in school. It could be you like to play football, you like to play soccer, you like to, or something else, a game you like to play. You could say I like to play with my kitties, or I like to go on the jungle gym. So just something that you like to do. So I'm gonna write I like to. And one of my favorite things that I've been doing since I have been at home is cooking. So I'm going to write I like to cook because it's something that I really enjoy doing these days. I like to cook. And I remember my period this time. All right, and then the last one says, I like the book. What is your favorite book right now? One of my favorite books that we read this year, and that's what I'm going to write, is that Dragons Love Tacos. That was one of my favorite silly books that we read. So I'm going to write, I like the book Dragons Like Tacos. And because that's one that I really liked and I loved reading it with you and hearing you guys giggle right along, I'm going to use an exclamation point. Also, for the title of books, you're going to be using capital letters at the front of each word because it's the title. So it's a special kind of word called nouns that you'll learn about next year. All right. Then your job will be to draw a picture of yourself. So I'm just going to draw a quick picture. I want to make sure that it looks like you, because I don't want to draw my picture and make it look like Zoe, or I don't want to draw my picture and make it look like my husband, or I hope this is the right color brown, because Mrs. Carmi's hair is brown. Sure, that'll do. So I just drew my head because I'm going to do it quickly. You can draw your whole body wearing your favorite outfit that you wore this year, or in your uniform. That's up to you. All right. Now this next one. This next one's special. I've thought hard about this one. So the next page that you're going to do is my favorite school project or event. So you can write about anything special that we did, one of the projects that we did. You can write about something you did with Mrs. Middleton. I saw that you guys made special crafts for President's Day, and I saw that you made special things for Dr. Seuss's birthday. You can write about things like the Christmas show. That could be your favorite event that we did. We did our dance and our song with Francesca. You can write about, I'm trying to think of all the things we did. Oh, I know the one I'm going to write about. You can write about Halloween. You can write about our parties that we had. Those were a lot of fun. I'm going to write about my favorite school project. So I'm going to start my sentence so you can see me right. So remembering my finger space because now I'm writing a sentence, so I have to pay attention. Favorite school project. And I ran out of room on this line, so I'm going to come to the next line. But it's the same sentence, so I'm not going to start with a capital letter. I'm going to keep going with my lowercase letters. My favorite school project was when we went on the Polar Express and learned about, ran out of room, just right underneath Christmas. So one of my favorite things that we did this year was when we were doing our Christmas project and we were learning about Christmas all over the world. And one of the things that I remember, and it still makes me laugh, is when we went to Australia and we learned how Santa Claus goes and he is giving his reindeer a break, and then he takes the 6 white kangaroos, or the 6 white boomers. And well, first we listened to the silly story about all the Australian animals, how they celebrated Christmas. And then we sang the song with our kangaroo puppets. And it made me smile how much you guys loved it, and we're dancing around and jumping around the classroom singing 6 white boomers. That was one of my most favorite memories from this year. So I'm thinking of that memory, and that's something that I would want to draw in my picture. So you could draw your friends, and so like I'll draw somebody smiling with a and then I would draw, so there's a person. I would draw everybody, but I'm just going to draw one to make it quick. You guys can add all the people in your class. You can just make it so it shows what your favorite memory is. And let's see, can I draw the kangaroo? Here's his head. All right. That's Mrs. Carmony's kangaroo. Kind of looks like a kangaroo or a standing dog. We're going to call it a kangaroo. So I would draw the rest of the kids in the class and smiling because I remember us dancing around and laughing and just really having so much fun. So I cannot wait to hear what your favorite school project or event was. I will talk to you guys soon. Bye.